What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Getting into this episode of GH. Gladys just never ceases to amaze me. That woman is fucking nuts. She's certifiable. Like, somebody really need to just throw her somewhere. Like, honestly, Gladys is just getting so ridiculous. And Maxie and BLQ handed her another blackmail scheme on a silver platter. What the hell were they thinking hiring this idiot to pretend to be BLQ's baby daddy? How stupid. Like, what the hell? This amateur. Mm. And now the plan has backfired tremendously. Now BLQ finds herself in another impossible situation to get out of because Gladys now wants a share of deception. How the hell is BLQ gonna pull that off? That's impossible because the only two owners of deception are Sasha and Lucy, and there's no way in hell they're giving up anything to Gladys. It's not gonna happen. How the hell does she plan on pulling that one off? That's an impossible task. Lucy ain't giving up a damn thing. Lucy didn't even want to give Sasha 30%. Like, Michael literally had to negotiate on Sasha's behalf just to get her that. Like, that's impossible. At this point, BLQ might as well know when to fold them and when to hold them, and now's the time to fold. Like, you might as well just let the secret out at this point because I would just sit back and let Gladys just tell. Like, call Valentine, tell him what he already suspect anyway. So it's like you might as well just confirm what he already suspects that's going on. Like, just confirm the shit at this point because ain't no way in the world. Ain't no way. Like, Gladys is nuts. And if this plan fails for Gladys, this next blackmail attempt, she's really gonna be out of a job this time. And with no money. So she better hope that she gets something out of this. So anyway, Sasha knows the sex of the baby. By accident, of course. She didn't want to know, but that's kind of how the cookie crumbled. The nurse or doctor or whatever sent her an email for her next appointment or whatnot and made a mistake of putting the gender into the email or whatever. I mean, I can understand why some people may not want to know, but for me, I would want to know the gender because I have a nursery to pick out, I have clothes to pick out. Like, I would need to know. I don't want to be surprised. Um, so of course, Brando's tempted to look at Sasha's phone and stuff like that and look to see what the baby is. I don't blame him. I mean, what's wrong with knowing? Why not? You know? And of course, now Sasha wants to go into labor. And Gladys, of all people, is going to be the one to probably have to deliver this kid. Of all people, she might have to be dependent on Gladys. Lord have mercy. I would just be getting down on my knees and praying to the good Lord above. You're trapped in a room with Gladys. And she's trapped in a room because of crazy ass Esme. This girl is nuts, yo. By the second, she is getting nuttier than a fruitcake. Like, the girl is tripping. Really came to this beautiful event, a great event that Trina put together just to sabotage this girl. That's what she's hell bent on. She's hell bent on sabotaging her. And I'm glad it didn't work out in her favor. I am so glad it did. Because she has been on Trina's neck for quite some time, but she has been on her even more now. Because she knows that Spencer likes Trina. And she probably suspects that Trina likes him too. So now she's even more pissed. But like I said before, she need to be dealing with her man. It ain't Trina's fault. It's talk to your man. If your man wants her or whatever and is intrigued by her or whatnot, talk to him. Don't deal with her. And she's not even trying to pursue him. Once she found out he got a girl and who he really was, she backed away from that. So Esme is nuts. Like, no, your beef is with Spencer, not really with her. Because in my opinion, Esme might be crazy, but I feel like she's barking up the wrong tree because I feel like she's underestimating Trina. Like, we all know Esme is crazy. She's more than likely she's dangerous. But if she keeps pushing Trina, at some point Trina's gonna push back. She really is. Like, she keeps coming up with the most craziest stunts. Like, she keeps implying that Cameron and Trina are more than just friends and stuff like that. And I'm glad Spencer was smart enough to know that that's not true. And he basically told Esme, he was like, yeah, Trina's not that person. She's not that kind of person. She doesn't play dirty tricks or nothing like that. She doesn't do that. So Esme felt offended by that because she felt like, unlike me, like I play dirty and stuff like that. And Spencer had to basically backtrack to kind of, make peace with Esme or whatever. He know that it's true. Esme ain't shit, and he deep down he know it. Um, he just tried to placate her by letting her know, like, listen, we're at a great event, good food, free food, liquor, let's have a good time. But Esme not about to let that shit fly. Esme was like, no, nope. I ain't about to sit here and have no good time, pretend to have a good time. I'm about to cause some mess. And this fool, her whole plan backfired because she wanted to ruin Trina's presentation with Joel Satori, whatever. I guess I said his last name right, I think. His pictures are nice though. His pictures really are beautiful. It's really an amazing event, and I think it's a great cause and stuff. To protect the environment and stuff like that. I think it's a beautiful cause. Um, but it's distracting because we got a lot of drama going on in the background, so it's kind of taken away from the charity right now. It really is, because I'm trying to like focus on the charity and the good cause of it, but you just got so many moving parts surrounding it. It's like, damn. Um, Everybody just embroiled in some mess. So Trina mentioned how she had to go to the back room to go get the flowers and the check from ELQ and stuff, because Esme was sitting there talking about, oh, it's impressive how Trina got ELQ to bankroll this, and if Spencer had his money, he could have foot the bill for a lot of other things. Esme, the only person that cares about that money is your gold digging behind. She the only one that care about it because she benefits from it. So she thought that Trina was going to that back room or whatever to go get the flowers. So that's why she took the doorstop out of the door so it could close. Little did she know, Gladys and Sasha were the ones in there and not Trina. So she done locked them in there like a fool. Because when Ava and Joel was starting the presentation and she was presenting Trina, Esme had that little grin on her face because she thought Trina was locked in that room and Trina didn't come out yet. So she figured her plan worked. But that grin was quickly slapped off her face when Trina came walking out with them flowers. I said, yep, your little plan didn't work. Go back to the drawing board and try again. Try it again. I'm telling you, I'm so ready for a showdown. I'm ready for either Trina to whoop her ass or I'm ready for Jocelyn to beat her ass. One of them need to get into Esme. Like, one of them really need to hit this girl. I done had enough of her foolishness. Um. So anyway, Olivia and Leo pop up at the event, and Ned was happy to see them and stuff like that. Olivia actually was, finally acting right tonight. Like, she finally had some act right, and I was happy. I said it's about time. You came up in here with some sense. Um, she was happy to be at the event and stuff like that. Her and Ned had a good time, finally. They weren't bickering and fighting and stuff. She was actually impressed that Ned, bankrolled this thing and he, got the ball rolling. But my thing was, as always, I'm going to be impressed with Trina. I mean, I'm going to give credit where credit is due. Yes, Ned wrote the check. Yes, Ava provided the space. But they didn't do none of the legwork. That was this girl that did it. Trina did an amazing job. And I really have to, continue to give her props because to be so young and to create this was amazing. And to have that, and plus she aced her art class or whatever. I think Trina definitely is gonna have a promising career. Definitely. Um, but yeah, I'm happy that Olivia came there acting like she had some sense tonight. Instead of, yelling and getting mad every 5 minutes when somebody brings up her son. But she about to go ape shit on BLQ because her and Ned asked her to watch over Leo while they go talk to Joe, go talk to Joe and, get introduced to him because this is the first time Olivia's meeting him and stuff. And BLQ was so involved in her own drama, she turned her back on the kid for 2 seconds. He's gone. So now they don't know where the hell Leo is. So Olivia about to go to hell off. I'm like, BLQ, really? Or you had one job to keep an eye on this boy, and you couldn't even do that? You so engrossed in your own mess. I'm like, girl, get it together. Get it together. So anyway, not Olivia, Ava's still worried because she saw Nikolas taking a phone call and stuff like that because he found out that, Victor was let go or whatever. He made a deal with the WSB. So he's sitting there making phone calls and stuff trying to figure out how he made that deal. Like, what did he do? Because he's convinced that Victor didn't rat him out or whatever like that. But of course, Ava's still worried. She know. Like, whatever the hell is going on between Nikolas and Victor, she know it might land on their doorstep at some point. And she's not prepared for that. But I'm like, you better get prepared. Nikolas could reassure her all he wants to, but clearly he has no control over this situation. Because when he was on that phone, he looked real agitated. And now he's still trying to talk to Spencer and stuff. Spencer still is acting cold towards Nikolas, like he wants nothing to do with Nick at this point. And I'm like, Nikolas just needs to give that boy his space. Like, just, keep trying to talk to him every time you see him. Obviously ain't working for you. So just back up and let him have his little space. So anyway, moving on from that, all this mess going on Cassadine Island, Peter has the craziest plan ever. Like, his whole plan is to have Obrecht brainwash Maxie in order to be with him. That's the only way Maxie's going to be with Peter is if she's controlled to do so. That's why he needs Obrecht around. Because Obrecht knows how to do it. You know what I'm saying? She knows how to, get Maxie under control. Mentally, that is. Trying to, control her mind or whatever. And Obrecht's, I guess, the only person he knows that knows how to do that. I think it's going to backfire on him because I'm pretty sure Obrecht's going to find a way to get out of this and not do it or make sure that it's not successful. This fool Peter has another plan. He wants Jason and Britt to read a pre-written letter that he wrote for them so he could send it. He wants to record it on video to send to Anna, I guess. He would have been tripping because if I was Jason and Britt, I wouldn't have read that letter. And he's sitting there talking about, oh, if they fail to read the letter or if Jason refuses to read it, then it's going to result in their death, so they had to read it. Bitch, you just going to have to kill me because at the end of the day, I'm not reading this bullshit. Number one. Number two, he's going to kill them anyway, even if they do read it. And he made that abundantly clear. When the guard came to talk to him, he was like, yeah, Jason not coming with us. So that to me implies that he has every intention of killing Jason. And of course, he needs Obrecht to check Drew out to make sure he's in good shape because his plan is simple. Send Drew to Port Charles to basically kidnap Maxie and bring her to him. And Drew is still hell-bent on dying at this point. Like, he's basically begging Jason to kill him because he was like, oh, if he ever gets under trans again, he wants Jason to kill him or whatever. Jason has a better plan than that because Britt was able to swipe that tarot card from Peter and she slipped it to Jason when they hugged. So that way Jason now has that tarot card that will free Drew of the mind control. I said, well, at least somebody coming up with a plan to get out this mess because ain't no telling how long it's going to take Anna and Robert to get there because Anna done got the video that Peter sent them of Jason and Britt reading the letter, basically talking about, oh, they're fine, they were treated fairly. No, y'all weren't. Talking about, oh, don't try to find us because if you do, it's going to result in our deaths. He going to kill y'all any damn way, and I think Jason know that. Like, y'all dead whether you read the letter or you don't. That's why I said, you might as well kill me because I ain't reading the damn thing. You going to kill me anyway, so you might as well get it over with now. Go ahead and pull the trigger. So Anna thinks she's so badass that she's going to go to Cassadine Island by herself. I'm like, Anna, no, you're not. You're not going alone. No, that's not a good idea. And even Valentine and Robert was like, hell no. No, Valentine, he wasn't hearing it. But he physically can't really go because he's still not 100%. He just had surgery. So Valentine was like, cool, you're not going by yourself. So if I'm not going with you, Robert going with you. And I said, exactly. Somebody got to go with her. Can't just send her there. That's a suicide mission. Even if she goes with agents, you still going to need somebody that you know to, personally to watch your back. It's a suicide mission if you go alone. That's insane. And besides, Valentine knows that island inside and out. He knows all the spots that she can go to where she can get in there undetected by the guards. So I'm guessing, he probably going to send her a little map or something through text or talk her through it on the phone maybe while she out there or whatever, just to get her in there. But I'm glad Robert, he going with her, which I figured he was gonna go whether she liked it or not. Robert ain't about to let her go by herself because Robert hard headed. He not about to sit there and let you have all the fun by yourself. Absolutely not. Um, so she booked a plane tickets and stuff, and she basically let Robert know, like, listen, one way or another, this shit is about to end. She was like, this shit with Peter is about to be a done deal. It's about to be over. Do I think it's fully gonna be over? No. Peter gonna find some way to get out this mess. Either he gonna go on a run and they can't find him, or he's gonna be presumed dead, or he's gonna be in prison for a little bit before he escape. Maybe. Either way, I don't think it's a wrap for Peter. Not yet, at least. Not fully. So anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know how you guys felt about the episode, and I will see you all later. Have a great day. Peace.